Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews. Today we're talking about Barnyard Roundup. This is actually a bluffing game all about barnyard animals. And here's one now. This is our superhero daughter. This time she's Copycat. Copycat's actually one of the cards in the game. Now she's going to copy me. Alright, so there's all these barnyard animals. You are bluffing as you're trying to collect as many sets as possible from them, including the copycat itself. Alright, let me show you how to play. Alright, our setup for Barnyard Roundup is really just a big old stack of cards and some tokens. Alright, so at the beginning of the game, you set out as many of the thief tokens and the excuse me tokens as you have players. So we've got 2 of each. Everyone's going to shuffle them up and choose one. That's a special ability that you can use later on in the game, and I'll explain it later. You then add in the Scarecrow Token, mix up whatever's left over, and those will be some tiles that we can get later on. Alright, so what's going to happen is we have 5 different kinds of animals. We have chickens, we have goats, sheep, pigs, and cows. Those are worth the appropriate amount of points based off the numbers there. That's what we're trying to get the most of. A whole bunch of these barnyard animals. This is a bluffing game, so what you're going to do is you're going to offer cards to the other players, and if they guess correctly what you say you have, let's say you have, hey, I've got 3 pigs, and you actually do have 3 pigs, and they're going to think about it, they're going to say, you know what, I do think you have 3 pigs. So if they guess correctly, they're going to get to keep those cards. If they guessed incorrectly, you get to keep those cards. There are some additional cards, such as the Copycat. The Copycat acts like a wild card. So if you were to put that with 2 pigs, you would be able to say, okay, I've got 3 pigs here. Normally you're not able to lie about that. You always have to have a matching number. So you couldn't put out there like 2 pigs and a cow and say it's three pigs unless you had the Copycat. It's the one card that lets you break that because it is a wild. There's also crows. Crows are bad news. Those are negative points. You do not want those. So let's say you have 3 crows in your hand and you offer that to some other player. And you might say, hey, I've got 3 cows here. Do you want those? If the other player says, you know what, I think you're telling the truth. You do have 3 cows. You flip it over, you reveal those. You know what, they were wrong. They have to get the crows. Crows kind of act opposite of the other cards. With the positive barnyard animals, if you guess correctly, you get to keep them. The crows, if you guessed correctly, you get to push them off on someone else, the person who's trying to give them to you. But it's not all bad. If you ever get 3 of the crows, you get to have, basically the farmer takes pity on you. You get to draw one of the tokens that was not used at the beginning of the game and draw it into your supply. Now there's 3 different tokens. Let's go over those really quick. So there is the Scarecrow Token. Basically that says you can get rid of 3 of the crows that you have in your area. But you have to dish them out to different players. So I might dish out 1 to that player, 1 over there. If you still have some left over, you can just discard them. The Scarecrow is a great way to get rid of crows. Then we have the Excuse Me tile. Basically what that is a way of saying, you know what, I want to be involved in this hand. So let's say Bethany's over there, and Bethany's talking to our superhero daughter, and she's offering her let's say, 4 sheep. I really want those 4 sheep. So I'm going to say, excuse me, you know what? I'll take that deal. I think you're telling the truth, and let's flip it over and see. Now, it's still risky because there's still the chance that maybe there were actually crows or something else, and she was bluffing. But this makes sure that all players get a chance to be involved. Then lastly, we have the Thief Token. The Thief Token is going to give you a chance to call out another player and say, you know what? Out of all the cards in your hand, I would like all the sheep that you have. They have to be honest. If they have any sheep, they have to give them to you. However, if they don't have any sheep and they do have crows, they can instead give you the crows, which is awful. Except for maybe if it gets you, 3 of the crows at a time, then you might be able to draw another token. But that's just kind of a fun way to steal some cards. But you might get penalized in the meantime as well. We're going to keep on going around and around in a circle until this entire stack of cards has run out. At that point, we are going to count up all of our points. Now, the points are going to come from a number of places. First of all, the numbers on the animals themselves are going to count. So, obviously cows are worth the most valuable and chickens are the least valuable. Taking away points for all of your crows. And we also have some bonuses as well. So whoever had the most amount of sheep is going to get 5 points. The most amount of cows is 5 points, etc., etc. And then we have kind of a set bonus. If you have 1 of each animal, you're going to get 10 extra points. Let's say you had 2 of each animal, then you'd get 20 points. So the more that you can kind of spread out, the more these set bonuses are going to be worth to you. And that's also another reason why the thief can be very powerful. You might want to say, you know what, I've got almost 2 full sets here, but I don't have any of the goats. So I'm going to try to get some goats with that thief. You're going to add up all your points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. All right, so this is a game all about bluffing. Bluffing is kind of like lying. Is it okay to lie?
No.
Not okay to lie. Okay, now is it okay to bluff while you're playing a bluffing game?
Well, yes, but it's not perfect.
That's right. We don't lie, but we can bluff while we're playing bluffing games.
But it's not perfect.
Yes, because you are copycat. All right, in this game, you were trying to collect all those different sets. That was, I think, one of the really strong suits. You wanted a little bit of everything, right? You wanted some cows, some sheep, some copycats.
Yeah. But guess what?
What?
There is something I do want to say.
What's that?
I won the last time we played this. I won by a lot.
It's true. She dominated.
Not to mention, I had lots of crows, and I still won by a lot.
All right, let's talk about those crows for a second. Okay, so not to diminish your awesome victory, because she is excellent at this game, but the crows, okay, so the crows are bad news. You don't want to get them.
Get 3 crows, you get a token, but sometimes getting 3 crows is not. But if you get the token for the cows, that's but 3 crows, you're doomed.
Yeah, but if you get the 3 crows...
I wasn't. I got I don't know, maybe 10 crows, and I won by a lot.
Okay. But when you get 3 of the crows, you get those tokens, which is really nice. It's kind of a way to help out someone who is getting a lot of negatives. Is that true?
Yeah.
Which one of them is the thief? Now, stealing is another thing. Is it okay to steal?
No, it's again not perfect.
But you can steal when the game says you can.
And again, not perfect.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this game is, it says 7+ on the box. You just turned 8.
Yeah, that's like a perfect time limit, except my sister is 4 years old and she can play pretty well.
Yeah.
She could also play well when she was 3 years old. Now that's what I call not aging correct. If a 3-year-old can play it, it's not 7 and up.
But she was not exactly competitive. But it isn't kind of nice, you know, just she didn't know how to get the points necessarily, and she always told the truth 100% of the time, which is kind of adorable. Well, the first couple times we played. And she would say, you know, I've got 3 pigs. And every time there would be 3 pigs or whatever it was. It was really, really funny. So yes, this game is extremely accessible, and it's, you know, it's great. She just turned 8, and it's she's in the perfect, you know, sweet spot for this game. You know, I just love that it's a set collection game. It introduces those bluffing mechanisms. We had a lot of fun with this one. Anything else you want to say about this game?
I like the artwork of the copycat so much, I decided to be the copycat.
That's true. You are the copycat. All right.
No.
All right, you guys, be sure to subscribe to our video, as you can see all our videos as they come out.
And make sure to subscribe to our videos so all of them can come out.
We're also on Facebook, Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
We're also on Facebook, Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
You can find us on Twitter, at Ryan and Bethany 1.
At Twitter, on Ryan and Bethany 1.
And you can find us on Instagram, at Ryan and Bethany.
On Instagram, at Ryan and Bethany.
Okay, everybody, this is Ryan. This is our superhero daughter, Copycat, helping me out today.
Okay, this is Ryan. That's our superhero daughter, Coppercat, and she is helping us today.
All right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Don't forget to surprise. It would be perfect.